Think they hear me. I don't even think they hear me. How you doing, Dominique? How you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
I think I was talking. I had myself on mute. So if anybody ever heard that, I'm talking about this young man, Dominick Woods. Might have to edit that a little bit. How you doing, Dominique?
I'm pretty good. You?
I'm doing fine, man.
Good.
Welcome to the 3-5 Sports Show. Again, like I said, I am Mr. 3-5, and we here at the 3-5 Sports Show appreciate you coming on the show and telling us your story, man. How you doing?
Great. Thanks again for having me. Thanks a
Uh,
lot.
oh, yes, and I see you repping the bird on your chest. How you like that, man?
I like it. I got
Okay,
a good
okay.
school.
I tell you what, we're gonna talk about that a little bit, but tell us a little bit about yourself from the time you started, what got you into football until where you are now.
Okay. Well, both of my parents, they went to college at BGSU. My mom ran track. My dad did football. So for the first 3 years of my life, I lived in BG in an apartment. And during those 3 years, I actually figured out I started to really like soccer. Like when I was three, I started playing soccer, and from then on, I played. I then moved to Toledo, where I started playing for Toledo Soccer Club and then a mommy soccer club. Um, and I just learned to love the sport of soccer until I had a church camp that I went to. And during that camp, it's different sports for it. There was soccer. I did soccer every year before. There was football, dodgeball, all sorts of stuff. But I decided to try the football camp because a lot of my friends were doing it. I was like, it'll be fun. Um, And then I met a coach named Coach Marquise, I remember. And he was like, during the camp, I was playing pretty well. And he was like, you should actually try football. He's like, yeah, give it a try. He invited me to play on his team. It was a city team. Yeah, Toledo city team called the Bengals. And um, yeah, that's just where I played my first year of football. Um, I liked it, but like, I don't think the sport really grew on me my first year. Uh, yeah, that year was over. I went to junior high and I wasn't on the Bengals anymore. I played for my junior high football team at Perrysburge. I wasn't very good in seventh grade at all. I remember specifically one game I dropped like five passes, like all at once, and yeah, in a total of five plays. And I still get made fun of for it, but
Oh man, I bet they do, man.
yeah, but that's just actually what motivated me to actually play football more. Sport was starting to grow on me. Eighth grade year, I actually started for the first time ever. I experienced my first catches in games. I had few touchdowns that season. I think, yeah, I think so. Yeah, that year was my first year for touchdowns. And then I was really starting to like the sport. I was like, dang, this is actually pretty fun. And then over that summer, I worked with my quarterback, who's a really good player. His name's Josh Tackett, and like almost every day we would just go to the field, this grass field right beside my house. It's called Rivercrest Park. We would just go out there and get some work in every day. He would throw me routes and we'd sharpen up. When the season actually came though, there was varsity practices and I would sneak into those just to practice with the older guys. And I got to play in a few 7-on-7s with the JV and varsity. But when the actual season came, I was back on the freshman team again. And during the season, I had all this built up confidence from working with my quarterback over the summer. But I started performing bad during practices and games, and it really started to take a toll on my mental health. I wasn't very confident in my abilities. Um, and I was made fun of by a lot of my teammates for it. And that made me actually love the sport so much more. It motivated me so much to prove those people wrong. So sophomore year came. Over the entire winter, I went to this place called the Rossford Dome, and I would go with Josh every day, and we'd work on routes, all the little different stuff. And From there, we entered the spring season, and I was doing track and field, but I wanted to be a sprinter, but they had me running the 400, and I didn't really like the 400 at all, but they had me running that. And during that time in the spring, you're supposed to go to football liftings, and I was just skipping the liftings. I wasn't going to any, and like I wasn't practicing at all. So I kind of lost everything. I got put on the JV team for the whole summer, and then during the full season. Uh, but JV is also where I got more experience playing and more opportunities. There was one game I played against BG High School, and Josh threw me a few touchdown passes, and that started to make me a little more confident. And it was just steady like that for the rest of the season, I'd say. I kept working. And then junior year came. Over the winter, I worked. Spring, I worked really hard. I worked really hard too over the summer, just didn't let up, kept practicing. They had me playing DB for the like at the end of the summer to the beginning of the football season. And 1 week before the first game, they had me switch to wide receiver, and I was playing slot. And first game, I was terrified because we had this big student section, like 500 kids, and I was like, "Oh God, I can't be messing up right now." And I actually had a good game. I had 4 catches in the first drive, and I started to get more confident too. And throughout the season, and then we got to play against Toledo Whitmer, and then that game I didn't have a very good game. I remember I dropped a few passes during the first half. I was able to switch it around. Second half, I started catching passes and I got it back. That game though kind of devastated me going into the next game because we had 3 big games right after that, and so I was really nervous. But during the Finley game, the first drive in, Josh threw me a touchdown pass, and after that, it just started clicking, and I started becoming more confident. And I played really well during the last half of the season, and yeah, it's just kind of where I'm at now.
Man, what a story, man. What a story. Hey, I seen your highlight, man. And you can catch some balls in traffic. If there was nervousness, man, I hate to see what you're gonna be. But tell everyone, what are you? You a junior or a senior this year?
I'm a junior right now. I'm going into my senior year.
There you go, people. So next year, that's why I say he's an up and coming star. A couple people buzzed me about you, man. They were like, man, you got to check out this kid, Dominick Woods. And Coach Walls, he shot me a tweet. Wow, they don't call it tweet no more. Sent me an X, and he was like, "Hey, this kid, I was talking about." Like, all right, let's see what Mr. Dominick talking about. And I seen your tape, man. I said, man, he's like a pencil, but I tell you what, you get down the field, man, and you can catch and trap. Y'all was playing some blue team this year. Real light blue, start with an O. I can't pronounce the school name. And your boy, huh?
All in Tangy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you caught that you took a hit right at the goal line. I was like, dang, he didn't catch that.
Yeah, I had a concussion after that. I mean, at least I caught it though. That's all I really care about.
And that's what I'm saying, people. The boy got skill, and he's not. Like you say, he has not honed in on everything. But since now I'm gonna call you a senior now, since you're a senior year coming up, you don't have to tell me everything. Just 1 or 2 things. What are some things that you are working on?
Um, Honestly, I'm just working on gaining weight. I have a great trainer named Keith. He's been helping me put some weight on, becoming faster. Um, and then mostly it's just mental work, just staying more relaxed during the games, trusting myself, because that's something I struggled with last football season a little bit in the first half. But yeah, that's just really what I'm working on, getting sharper mentally, getting bigger and faster. Yeah.
Man, So, everyone, this is the 3-5 Sports Show. I am Mr. 3-5, and I'm talking to the number two wide receiver, Dominick Woods from Perrysburge High School. Remember, if you have a question for Dominique, we're live on YouTube. Leave a comment, or you can text me 567-343-0502. 567-343-0502. That's the show. If you have any questions, text or leave a comment. So, Dominique, now I want you to tell me about your rivalry, Anthony Wayne. Now, I saw the big old trophy thing that y'all have.
Yep.
So tell me about that game, man. I mean, I heard some people talking trash, when I worked for UPS too, and they bickering back and forth. So I'm like, well, so I'm gonna ask you because I don't really know nothing about this rivalry y'all have.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a giant game. I mean, last season, not the past season, but the one before that, there was a sold out crowd, and we were at Anthony Wayne, and we beat them in that game. And yeah, it's just a really big game. There's a lot of arguing and conflicts before the game, but um, last season's over with. We're looking forward. We made a few errors, like I don't think anybody was really ready for the game yet. We were kind of like we didn't really get to our senses that we have a big game coming up. So we just kind of let it slip. But it's a new season now, and I like our chances against them this year.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna be at that game. You better believe I'm gonna come to that game and I'm gonna have a number 2 poster with 3-5 on it. Like what up, D Woods?
Yeah.
You guys just watch me. I'm gonna be there. Now everybody hear me. I'm gonna be at that game because I stayed, like I said, I stayed 20 minutes from y'all. So back to you, man. So now since you are coming in the senior, recruiting is coming up.
Mhm.
So let me ask you, have you got any phone calls or any texts about recruiting, or have it still been like, okay, I haven't really got that point yet?
Well, I have a Prep Star account right now, and there's been a few colleges looking at me on there.
Oh,
But mainly, I went to a Bowling Green football practice before the bowl game that they actually had yesterday, and I got to talk to the coach, and now I'm going on a visit to them in a week, I think, a week or two.
man, that's nice. And I ain't gonna even lie. I know some HBCU one would love, but I don't know if you want to go that far from home. That's a good piece away. But I know some would love to have a wide receiver like you. But we don't know now. We don't know if they come slipping in your DMs. You're like, okay, 3-5, don't put me on somewhere. Don't put
Yep.
me on somewhere. But back to you, Dominique. Now, your man Josh, you said y'all been working in it. So tell us how he helped bring you along in the offense, therefore giving your confidence a boost this past season and for his next season going.
I mean, he's been helping me out a lot. I mean, he's kind of been an example to me because he's a really mentally strong kid, and seeing him go through struggles sometimes too in games, and he can just get right out of that. That's kind of helped me out. And he's been talking like he talks to me about it, just forgetting about mistakes you make, just moving on. And yeah, he's just been helping me out with that.
So let me ask you this question. I asked everyone this. If you could um, go back to your freshman self, what advice that you would give yourself that you wish someone would have gave you back then?
Um, I don't know if I would have listened back then, but probably just to ignore what people say and really don't care what people think about you at all. If you make mistakes, don't worry about it. Like, you can't worry about it.
Nice, nice. Now I know. So your father.
Mhm.
So I know he probably have a big influence on your life. So how has he helped you also to build up to this up and coming star as you coming as everyone is beginning to see as this when they saw this year? How is he helping you come along in your football career?
Well, I mean, just like Josh, he's been working with me almost every day. He's gotten my cuts really strong out of my routes, so I can just get out of cuts in one solid cut. He's also helped me with my mental health, like staying mentally strong and confident in myself. And yeah, just seeing the stuff my dad being able to get to BGSU, it just kind of makes me realize, like, yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Former alumni, he'll love to see you out there on that field, man. And me too. I love to see. So, a lot of kids, young men that I talk to, they talk about being mentally strong on their mental health. Tell us how important that is playing football, high school football right now. How important that mental health is for as, your confidence and how low you can get and how important it is for people to support you when you're going through your trials.
It's huge being able to have like a really strong mind because your subconscious mind is the thing that controls you once you're in that zone, once you're playing in a game. So if you don't train that, everything's just going to go wrong. You won't be able to focus right, and you won't be able to execute like you should be able to.
Right. Now just say we're getting ready to get on the gridiron. You're getting ready to get on the gridiron. What do most defensive back make a mistake about you? Once they start playing against you, they're like, man, I didn't know that.
Um, uh, I'd say they just don't expect me to cut when I cut. They just think I'm going to fly past them, and I just hit that cut. That's it.
Your route right now. Okay. Okay. So before you get on the field, what type of music or what type of activity you like to do, to get your mind clear? Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, well, going along with mental health and confidence, I visualize myself. There's this little room in our locker room by the trainer's office. I'll just sit on my back, listen to music, and I'll visualize myself making plays, making catches. My dad taught me that, and it's been extremely helpful, especially after that Whitmer game. It just helped me out so much.
Nice. So what type of music do you listen to?
It depends. If I feel like I'm too calm in a situation, I have to listen to something really heavy, like metal almost.
Heavy metal, okay.
If I'm too energized and I can't relax, like there has to be balance between the two.
Right.
Um, I'll listen to something more calming, like classical music sometimes if I'm too energetic.
Like Beethoven or Bach or something like that. Uh,
Yeah, my teammates actually make fun of me for it too.
dude, man, listen, dude. It's one kid. He said he listened to. I cannot forget that man. I ain't never heard of him. I have to Google it, but he listened to that, and I was like, who is that? And music just. I'm like, I can't get with this. I tried it, but he said it helps him out. So let me ask you this: what is what is a ritual that you do? Like, one guy told me that he don't wear no socks. One guy said he has to what was it? He had to walk around in circles, or he had to walk the whole football field for every game or something. Some say they have to eat Skittles before a game. So or do you even have one like a little ritual you do that you have to do?
In the locker room, I like kind of like pace around. I'll just kind of like walk back and forth sometimes, and that helps me out. But mainly I just get all my teammates together and we pray before the game. You know, I mean, that doesn't guarantee that we're going to win the game, but it gets us all in the right mind, realize why we're playing the sport. Yeah.
All right, man. So let's ask about your coaches, man. So head coach, what can you tell us about him? How has he helped you, your head coach?
Feel like he's always believed in me. He's made that obvious. Like he's supported me during the games. He's like, yeah, he's just talked me up too. That's helped me out a lot. Yeah, he's a really smart coach. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
good place.
yeah, man. The few years I've been hearing Perrysburge football, hey, he's been doing something good. So another question. So about your teammates. All right, who is this a little game I like to play? Who now is the best dressed? Who's the worst dressed on your team?
Wait, I gotta think about that.
Worst dress. And everybody, this is just fun. He ain't saying that the person can't dress. It just he ain't the best dress.
mm, Trying to think of someone on my team who just has like a horrible helmet. Who just I can't really think. Some people honestly say it's me because I don't like usually wear anything extra. Like my quarterback makes fun of me about it. He's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, you have number two and you're not wearing anything sweet. I'm like, I don't know.
No, okay, okay. So let me ask you this: who is the funniest? Like, if you just need a laugh, who's the funniest on your team? Yeah, your locker as it come to your mind.
Uh, well, there's this cornerback on my team named Sam Lewanson. Um,
Yeah.
that kid is funny. He's a DV, and during games he talks so much trash, and you can just hear it from the sidelines. And he's extremely funny. There's also this kid on my team named Zach. Zach Schroeder. That dude is goofy too. He's hilarious.
Okay, okay, good. So let's see. When you think of food, who can eat the most? Who would that be?
Oh, Andrew Bowden. He's a lineman on our team. Or Oliver Zeman. He's another lineman on our team.
Okay.
Definitely those two.
You said Oliver Zimmerly?
Zeman.
Zeman, okay, okay. I thought he may have been related to
Oh,
Chad, Caden Grant Zimmerly.
yeah, he's not related to those two.
Okay, okay. So, what is your go-to place after the game? Like, all right, we got a big win today. Y'all beat Whitmer in the dirt. I saw that game and the highlights of that game, and I'm like, so okay. So, what would Dominique, number two wide receiver of Perrysburge High School, go get a good something to eat?
Um, I don't really think I actually got anything to eat after any of my games. I honestly just go straight home to the kitchen and grab something to eat.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with home cook, a good old home. You don't see
Definitely
that
Waffle
too
House
much.
though.
Huh?
I said definitely Waffle House though if I were to go anywhere with the team. Waffle House.
See, I know I like you, man. Who can't say no to a little Waffle House? Who
Yeah.
can't say no to a little Waffle House? So, all right, another question. This is a big concern to most high school players, and I don't know if you thought about it yet. Do you think the transfer portal is helping or hurting the high school players who's coming out of school, like the seniors right now?
Um, Man, I think it has positive and negative effects. I think if coaches see a player transferring to their team, it's gonna kind of, I don't know, that's a hard question. Um, I think it just could ruin opportunities for younger kids trying to go to college, but I also think it's very helpful to the college athletes transferring when they need to. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let me ask. So as a question came through, ask Dominique, what is your favorite food you like to eat?
Oh, probably popcorn actually.
Popcorn.
Yeah, I
Out of
love it.
all the food, you like popcorn best.
Yeah. Or pizza. Just the most casual answer, pizza. I love
Pizza.
pizza.
Okay. Now, what you like on your pizza? Like, what's your go-to pepperoni, sausage,
Yeah,
stuff?
definitely pepperoni.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely pepperoni. Cheese, pepperoni, sausage, and then I don't think anything else belongs on pizza. That's my opinion.
Woo! Boy. Man, what is with the pineapple stuff, man?
I
I'm
don't know. How would you put that on pizza?
right. And then some people put mayo. I'm like, dude, you do not put mayo on pizza, okay? What is
Yeah,
wrong with you?
that's bad.
That's bad. So let me ask you this: what is a go-to place for some good pizza and that you know of?
Um, man, I don't know any like special pizza places, but I love Pizza Hut's my favorite pizza place right now, but everybody knows Pizza Hut, so like
Man, no pizza. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so we're almost at the end of the show. So we want you to nominate somebody. I know you text me who you wanted to nominate, but let's just say who you want, just whoever it's going to be.
um Josh Tackett's or Joseph Cini, one of those two.
Josh,
I'd add them to the show. Yeah.
okay, okay. Josh, and what's the other guy name?
Joseph Cini.
Joseph Cini. I'm coming for you. Like Coach Prime say, I'm coming. I'm coming, and I got your number, and I'm gonna slip you an invitation so you can come on the show one day and tell us your story. So now, since we're at the end of the show, young man, young D, Mr. Woods, um, we know we like to thank a lot of people in our lives, and I know a lot of people have helped you on your way, and we'll continue to help you on your way. So now is the time to thank those people. Just tell them how you feel, and you can say them by name or however you want to do it. The floor is yours.
Um, Definitely my mom and dad. They've helped me a lot. I mean, they've been really good parents to me. They've helped me get to where I am at. My quarterback, Josh, I thank him a lot because he's always worked with me. He's one of those rare dudes who'll put in work any day. Um, Another wide receiver who works with me a lot, Lucas Graham. Um, and then most importantly, God, because he's been really good to me and helped me get to where I'm at.
Man, nicely said. Mr. D, Mr. D, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate you. You know what? Your boy, Mr. 35, gonna send you one of his shirts. You know that? You have to you're gonna have to send me your address so I can send it to you. But
Okay.
send the messenger. But yeah, I'm gonna send you a shirt for coming on the show. And I am so appreciative. So appreciative. All of us is appreciative that you came on the show, shared us your story. And I mean, next year we will be looking for you. We will show up to some of the games and be rooting for you, my man. And tell your parents too. Thank you for allowing us to tell your story on our show. And we do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much for your time.
Yes. Everyone, again, this is Mr. Dominick Woods, 6 foot wide receiver slash defensive back from Perrysburge High School. He will be a senior next year. And Anthony Wayne, I will be at that game. And he said he got your number. We will see y'all there. All right? All right. Everybody, that was again Mr. Dominick Woods. I appreciate that young man for coming on the show. Listen, if y'all got somebody y'all want to come on the show, tag me, tweet me. You know, my number, 567-343-0502. Text me. Like, see if you can get this guy on the show. All we want to do is hear your story. And if you like Dominique's story, share his story. Like the story. You know? And you never know. He may end up at a college near you. Anything you can do to support these high school kids against that transfer portal, help them get on that school, help them get their dream. Just do it. Just do it. But, you know, I always say this, and I'm going to keep on saying this. You know, my little DJ is going to play a little music, play my things. Until next time, DJ, give me that beat.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna